We're about to find out. The SEC on ESPN in our matchup. The Gamecocks of South Carolina on their home floor here in Columbia against the top-ranked team in the country, Kentucky, off to an 8-0 start in SEC play. Applied by Kentucky. Teague and Gilchrist try to come up with a trap. They do. They force the turnover, and Terrence Jones will flush it home. Kentucky will make you pay if you turn it over. Harris will go to the line.
Kentucky opens up with a tight 2-2-1. Look at that, Brad. 4 guys forming a rectangle within about 20 feet of each other. And South Carolina tried to attack it by going right to the middle of the rectangle.
It's 9 rebounds and matched his career high with 6 block shots. He got 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Lamb on a 3. And it blocked by Teague. Teague ahead of Terrence Jones. Lamb open for 3. Got it.
A timeout, huh? Probably right now. There, Darren Horn has to go to it early because he knows #1 ranked team in the country is as explosive and as balanced as we have. When Kentucky gets a turnover, they run to scoring spots. Look at that ball up the sidelines, and there's Duran Lamb. Duran Lamb's one of his favorite spots. Is that
Harris had it knocked out of his hands and almost stolen by Malik Cook. Teague from the free throw line. If Teague had 4 more points over
that ball turnover.
That's true.
It wasn't alive when allowed to Kentucky go down and dunk.
Well, they might get the dunk here. And they did. Off the turnover, but it didn't take long to get the same thing in the half-court game.
Yeah, they overload the left side.
Malik Cook keeps asking for it, but every time he gets on that low block, he gets pushed out by the Kentucky defense. He goes up and under, and it blocked. Davis blocks 2 the second time, though. He's going to be a foul.
Controls that area around the rim. Look at him just stationed under the restricted arc. He goes and gets it and then jumps the second time.
Miller underneath to Davis.
The entire time.
Davis didn't block that shot, but he certainly altered what would have been a shot. Terrence Jones pulls it down, and Davis throws it in on the other end. Another timeout. Wow, from end to end. Teague, the lob, Davis, a mad handle and a throwdown. I'm not even sure how he hung in the air long enough to grab that last one with the left hand before he threw down the dunk. And now there's another block shot, and he picks up the ball all in one motion. And Terrence Jones, and that's dunk number 4.
Now, that's all on South Carolina. That is absolutely all on South Carolina. That transition, Wilcher's not a physical guy. Terrence Jones has to take that command and run with it. There he is again,
He said, there's the catch with my left hand. I'm going with my favorite. What Coach Calipari was screaming to his troops. They're going to have to make a choice in a hurry. Darius Miller forces it at the buzzer, and it went in. Well,
so, there's 3 seconds on the shot clock. The out-of-bounds guy has time to throw it, step in, and get the shot off. If it's 2 seconds or less, assist-to-turnover ratio is better than where John Wall and Brandon Knight were. That's pretty good.
So 1.7. They'll take that. Here's another block shot underneath by Davis. That's number 4. Clock here. Catch their breath. Up 15. What a cut to the basket by Davis. And 1. And the pass was perfect from Miller. You talk about his length. It seemed like he took off from the elbow trying to go up to get that.
Watch him come up and set the screen, and watch his footwork from here. There's not going to be a lot of wasted energy. Watch it, boom. Opens up, bam, and he automatically opens up and gets his eyes.
Miller, jump shot, leaves it up for Davis. Wow. Looked like he was going to take the shot, and wisely.
Look at Anthony Davis. He's going to set it, and then there he goes, and there's no body on him. Look at this. No body, as in no, physically, there's no body. You've got to get on his hip and cannot let him jump around the rim.
Jones, a chance for another 3-point play. Terrence Jones is playing a man's basketball.
How many times has he driven to his left in this game and gotten to the rim? His perimeter guy. That's an adjustment by Calipari with his defense.
Kidd-Gilchrist lobs it up for Davis.
You know, when you get stuck on stupid, that's not good, and that's borderline water.
But Terrence Jones and Anthony Davis, pretty easy to score when you're that close. Kentucky 44-25. Terrence Jones double teamed. That leaves Lamb wide open for three. Got it. His third three of the game, and he's in double figures.
Good, strong pass by...
Yeah. Here's Teague off the window, looking for a little help from his friends underneath, and he got it. Anthony Davis gets it. On the other end, Jones just sent it out into the cheerleader section.
I hear guys talk all the time about, block the shot. It's okay every once in a while to just send a message. Just send a message.
That went right over to the megaphone over there where the cheerleaders were. For sure. Richardson, ball just kind of dying on the rim. Gill keeps it alive. And now Cook underneath, rejected by Davis. Now I got to play on this one. Jimmy snatched it from me.
The first block shot in my hands from Anthony Davis this year. Might not be the last. I mean, again, if you don't move Anthony Davis outside of the restricted arc, you're not going to get this shot. Let's Anthony Davis run free.
Kidd-Gilchrist trying to lob it to his teammate Terrence Jones. Lamb picks up an Aaron, South Carolina pass, and they'll get one last crack at it. Teague, and just off the front, the follow by Davis as Kentucky continues to pour it out on the inside. Up 27 at halftime. Wow. 18 points for Anthony Davis. And you combine it with Terrence Jones, and between them, they have 9 more points than South Carolina has as a team. Those threes are all Deron Lamb's. He had 3 of them in the first half. Gill rejected by Davis. Block number 6. Here comes Lamb the other way. And 1.
The starting 5, he's probably the 4th or 5th guy in terms of bench press strength, but he's wiry, strong in traffic. I've seen him make those plays time.
Teague for 3. And the rebound is Davis, and he'll put it right back in for his 20th points. The lead goes out to 32. And there's another rejection by Davis. And that ties Shaquille O'Neal, the freshman SEC record right there. SEC freshman mark right there.
And Anthony Davis from beneath the rim into on-ball action and make them pay for Davis leaving the rim.
And Davis adds 2 more on a great dish from his teammate Terrence Jones.
At the end of the season, partner, 40% of your offensive rebounds on the year come from rim shots.
Teague, nice adjustment in midair by Marcus Teague on the baseline.
What a nice adjustment by Kentucky to...
Here he is on the offensive end, getting it to Wiltshire on the baseline. Kidd-Gilchrist tips it to himself and goes up and in.
South Carolina trying to scramble the game on.
I'll be watching you as you're up in the bird's nest. Darius Miller with a 3. Folks that don't know, it's one of the very...
McDermott. I think Damian Lillard from Weber State should be mentioned there as well. And the coach of the year, Brad, Haith, Self, Steve Fisher, Mike Gray at Notre Dame.
Wiltshire backing in on Ellington. Gets some secondary help from Harris and still adjusts in midair, knocks it off the window.
Man, you let a guy 6'11" bounce the ball 4, 5, 6.
I'd like to see him come off the bench because there's only been 1 triple-double in Kentucky basketball history. As Eloy Vargas, a guy that's in there in his spot.
In foul trouble.
I wonder if we find out more on Tuesday night against Florida.
You will. I think so.
Wiltshire on a drive, rejected by Harris, but it's going to be goaltended. Shot, all in 1 possession. Maybe could get a rebound, the triple-double. But at this point, with the way this game's gone, there's no...
Number 1 is...
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, that's the reason they like him.
Maybe after, which is what John Calipari wanted to see. Heading into that ball game Tuesday night against Florida. He wants his guys to stay on that edge, man. playing tough, playing smart.
Well, Duran Lamb missed one.
Sure, until we get in that bracket and start playing it off. But these guys right here, they guard you hard, and they're hard to guard, and that's a tough combination.
And Wiltshire, who might be a guy that could start for a lot of teams. That's what we call it in the business, folks. But college game day with Reese and the guys is first. And it is coming up in less than 10 seconds. As Kentucky, 9-0 start. First time in 7 years they've been that good. They went 10-0 that year. That team finished 14-2 and won the regular season SEC title. This looks like a team that could do it as well. New freshman, SEC shot block record by that young man. And he almost had a triple-double again. And it was all Kentucky from the opening tip as they win it. 86-52 is the final score. That's going to wrap it up for us. Coming up next, College Game Day, covered by State Farm, followed by Kansas and Missouri. It's been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Jimmy Dykes and our entire